Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? We're gonna play some elves. And why? Because we got a couple of ridiculously dumb, silly cards that work great with elves. Are they gonna work out the way we want with the current meta? I have no idea, but I'm gonna be smiling really big because we're gonna run people over with elves. Alright, so most of this is gonna be stuff you've seen. There's only a couple of cards we add in here that make a big difference. But we do have Sentinel Stalwart because we just won a lot of elves. 2, because we also need extra mana. Of course, Land of Elves is gonna make the cut. It has elves in its name. Dwynen's Elite, this gets us a couple extra bodies, which could be important. I kind of wanted a 4th one, but I ran out of room, so this is all we get. Have Leaf Crown Visionary, a way to get extra cards. Don't mind that at all. Also pumps our team. Llanowar Loam Speaker. This is probably like the weakest elf in the deck, but again, we kind of need mana in some different colors, so why not? Scavenger Ooze, not an elf at all, but it is a way to deal with some graveyard stuff, and one of the mechanics in the new set involves graveyard things. So I'm playing a couple of them, but honestly, it's arguable that we just go without it and we just risk it for the biscuit. But we'll see how this video goes and decide if that's what we want. Then we have Elvish Archdruid. Obviously, all those elves we're making is going to contribute to this. Imperious Perfect. I like this for 2 reasons. One, it makes more bodies, gives us a couple extra rays to win, but also pumps up our team. So we can just win by just overrunning and pumping our stuff to 3s and 4s, which sometimes is good enough. Tyvar, the Pummeler. Good for a lot of reasons. 1, hard to kill. Lets us tap other creatures. 2, gives us another way to win by ramping up and just overrunning stuff with this guy. But even more importantly, it gets bigger for all those other elves. It means when you activate this, your creatures are also getting even bigger. Tyvar, Jubilant Brawler. This could be a way to kind of like trickily find an Imperious Perfect or an Elvish Archdruid sometimes, and can also help us get a little extra mana. Laughrel, Blade of the Elves. I mean, I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know how often we're going to drain people for 10, but why not play one and see what happens? If not, maybe we go to mono green and just cut this whole aspect of the deck at the end of the day. But we're also playing the other Tyvar, the Bellicose. And this is actually pretty cool because it lets all your elves have Death Touch when they attack, which is awesome. So if you don't even have your big guys, those little things can actually do damage. But if you do tap something for mana, you also get to put a +1/+1 on it. So that's not bad. But it's a big 5/4 anyway by itself. Then we get to the 2 new cards. One is Craterhoof Behemoth. This is just 8 mana, which we can generate fairly easy in this deck. All your stuff gets bigger equal to a number of creatures. With all the things we have making tokens and whatnot, that makes sense. And then we go ahead and get to overrun for the win. And we also have Nature's Rhythm. This is good for 2 reasons. 1, we can go find Tyvar, we can go find Imperious Perfect for just a few mana if we feel we need to. But also, we can just, if we just have extra mana and nothing to do with it, we're like, great, let's go find a Craterhoof with this. So it's like having technically 5 hoofs if we need it, and we could use it again from the graveyard. So you could even do back-to-back turns where you use it to go find an Elvish Archdruid. Then the next turn, with the Archdruid and the mana you already have, you now go find Craterhoof and then overrun your opponent. So there's a couple of different ways we could go about it. We'll see how it works out. Now, as always, at the end of this video, there'll be a link in the description. It'll take you over to Moxfield, our channel sponsor. If you want to download this, geez, I can't speak right now, and go play some else for yourself. But even more importantly, if you want to buy this or buy anything else or get any of the crazy stuff from Tarkir, check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. That's TOAMagic.com. They have some good deals right now, and you can save 5%, which is a good chunk of money on the Tarkir stuff because some of those are running away with prices right now. You can use code DRAGON, DRAGN, and that'll also be helping the channel. All right, let's go see what we can do with these elves, and if we really do get to run people over with Craterhoof, old school style. Man, if we were on the draw, this hand would be gas right now, but, you know. We'll do what we can. No cut down, please? Nope, they have a cut down. I'll be glad when that card's gone. Not that it matters, so now we have cards that give you like -3/-3, or whatever the case is, you know. Interesting, they didn't have a 2 mana removal there, though. Huh. Oh, because they have sorcery speed removal. Oh, of course. Why would they not have had that? Get that down, get this down. So if they just have more sacrifice removal, we can kind of control what we get rid of here. To some extent. Sort of to be expected here. Yep, get rid of this duder. Alright, now there's choices. Do we get rid of this? To use 3. No, I'm just going to do this and this for now. I think that's correct. Because at least if we can somehow hold on to Imperious Perfect, we'd be able to keep making 1/1s. But I don't think they're going to let us. Yeah, Imperious Perfect's about to die. Oh. Well, that's actually somewhat fine. Like, not great, obviously, but I'm not that tore up over that play. Yeah, and then they didn't even want to attack? Alright. Interesting they didn't want to attack, but it's all good, I guess. So next turn, what are we doing with this? We can use it for 1, 2, 3. Tap this, get a dude. Yeah, it's probably still our best play. Yeah, we just take it. There's no point in blocking there. I mean, like, we could block, but it's not really efficient. Oh, this is actually a nice little pickup. So now I play this. That gets us 2 bodies. Then we use this and we get 4, 5, and then, alright, I'm kind of down with that. So let's do this. See what the opponent's up to. They have something. I don't know what something is. But they obviously want to kill a thing here. Nope. Tap for manas? We'll try to make this 3. Counter? No counter. Interesting. So now it's, do we get Archdruid? I think we just go get Tyvar, right? If we get Tyvar, the most they could have is something that's -3, but it would be a 4/4 right now. Yeesh, jeez. I think I'm going to get this. Just because we had this in the yard and we could just reuse it again. Like, if the opponent has something, they have something. You know, it's fine. But at least now we have some tokens we can goof around with. Make tokens, block with those if we want to. Flood Pit, sure. Taps the dude down for a couple turns. Oh, didn't even tap our Archdruid. Thank you, I guess. Okay. Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, the game plan at that point was going to be see how much mana we could get. So that would have been 4, 5. Tap this for an extra one. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we could tap 1, 2 for 12, 13. I mean, wouldn't quite be... I mean, I guess it would be Craterhoof, but not enough to win the game. We could have hoofed, attacked for, what is that, 10 and another 5 if we didn't tap one of those. So then that would have got us 18? I guess he would have had to chump block to not die. So I guess we were good either way. Oh, this is... okay, sure. I mean, we can only really play Loam Speaker next turn. Don't know... Okay, that makes a difference. That's actually a great card to pick up here. Because that definitely opens up some options for next turn that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Okay, Sanctifier. We're going to have to try to overrun our opponents here. Oh, I got all creatures, opponent. I think we only even have, like, 5 spells, maybe? Ooh, Tyvar, though. Alright. I guess we just do this. Then we can tap... that doesn't do anything. Oh, that's not true. Then we could play... Huh. Alright, yeah, we just do this. Then we can play this. Alright. Then next turn we can do all kinds of things. Oh, took that away from us. So sad. Fortunately, we're not done yet. We're going to continue to move forward here. Tap this for 4. We could go 5, 6 to get both of these. I think we do. I'm kind of into that. Right? Am I 4, 5, 6? And then we attack with those? We'll attack with this at least. Alright. I'll go ahead and play this. Decline, because we're going to be using our mana for other things. We're going to play this. Actually, you know what? I am going to pay for this one, actually. I changed my mind. I was thinking I wasn't. But at the end of the day, I wanted another card in case something weird happens here. Like a, I don't know, split up or something. Oh, that ain't going to cut it. Because we can definitely still get in there with Tyvar. So they gotta kill Tyvar here. Or things are going to get bad. Yep, that ain't going to be enough. Bonus land that's tapped. Not that it matters. Let's get a bunch of green. Which is 6. Put that into here. And I think we just attack with everybody. Oh, well, I guess I could have actually hoofed. But it's alright. We're just going to do this. It ends the game just the same. Alright, cool. Actually, I couldn't have hoofed, because I need 10 if I'm going to hoof there. That only gets me... That would have been 6. This was already tapped, so I could have got 7, 8, 9. I would have been 1 short. I was thinking this was actually untapped, and it wasn't. So yeah, that was still the correct play. Alright, I mean, if we wanted a reasonable start, this isn't bad. I mean, nothing to pump our team, though. It's a bunch of mana and a Dwynen's Elite, so we'll see how this goes. Question is, do we lead with Llanowar Elf or just the Stalwarts? If I go Elf, I can go Stalwarts. No, go Elf, I go this. It doesn't really... I'm going to go Stalwart first. If they have a spot removal of some kind, I'd rather that die than a Llanowar Elf, probably. And if they don't have anything, then we just play Elite, tap 2 things, and play Llanowar Elf, and it's fine. Oh, well, okay, there's that. Wish we didn't draw just damage lands in this 3-tree city. Yeah, let's just go here. Alright, that wasn't bad. Next turn, we tap this and we gain a mana, right? We tap 3 to get 4. That's probably okay. Well, not anymore. You know what? I'm tempted to just block here. If they want to just replay it or whatever, fine. Mostly because our hand's not super aggressive. I don't really know where this is all going at the moment. So I didn't want to take too much damage there. Alright. No attack. Now we gotta find something. Like, we can almost just Craterhoof off of just lands and our creatures in play, which is crazy. But if we were to draw Craterhoof, we could just kind of cast it here, I guess. Which sounds bonkers, but is what it is. Like, if we played 3-tree city, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We could tap this for 7, 8. Yeah, we could legitly hoof without any real effort here. That's crazy. And we draw nothing. We just have mana dudes sitting here. Yeah, I'm just going to take it, realistically. I mean, we're on, like, find a way to get to Craterhoof or no here, basically. Yeah, otherwise we're just toast. Yeah, that's not going to do anything here. That sucks. I mean, I said, there's one creature in the graveyard, so I guess I could theoretically trade or block or do some things here. Alright. Sure. I mean... Yeah, I mean... They obviously have a removal spell. They're not going to let us just kill their dude. But... It's kind of like all we have going right now. And we're only losing one thing for 3-tree city, because this only counts elves when we choose elves. So that's fine. I guess I could have also just not blocked and gone to 1 after that. Would have also been fine. But yeah, our hand was so bad. We didn't draw anything here. That was terrible. Oh no, have to mulligan that for sure. This we keep. I guess get rid of this tutor. Man, bunch of damage lands. I don't know how this is gonna go. I kind of want to just play Imperious Perfects here. Oh, well, now I really want to play Imperious Perfects here to keep pace. I mean, with our luck, there's just going to be a Sheltered by Ghost because there's always Sheltered by Ghosts. Yep, and there goes Imperious Perfect, and then we'll try another one next turn. Unless maybe I draw another Leaf Crown Visionary, then I might have, like, tried to Visionary there. Things being what they are. Wow, what are the odds that you have another Visionary? Or Sheltered by Ghost? The thing is, I'm thinking if I have Imperious Perfect, then it opens up the door for us to get a bunch of extra cards. But I'm going to do this. A little bit of a weaker play, but I don't know. Felt like if they do have it, I'd rather lose that and then try to use this to open up some value later. Yeah, they had another one. So, wasn't too bad. We sort of got what we wanted out of it. We knew what was happening here. But they also, I guess you can't attack with the 2-1. You can attack with the 3-2. And that's fine. Yeah, no blocks. Alright. Now, if their hand is just literally just all those, then, I mean, whatever, you got us. I mean, like... Alright. And we have a card to try to draw more action next turn. And they may consider attack and trading. I don't know. That's possible. If they attack here, it means they have the first strike, whatever thing. Okay, yep. That gives somebody first strike. Don't love that. Now this is where the decision kind of comes back to bite us a little bit, because if I at least still had one of the Imperious Perfects, I'd be able to make tokens and jump block this first striker. But that's not the case at the moment. Yep, I'm just going to take the 5 and risk it here. Scavengers, you're not going to do much. Let's go ahead and do this. Draw a card. Okay, Tyvar. Tyvar's good. I don't hate that. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or check this out. We just tap the lands, go to 5, play Tyvar. We can currently block 1, 2, 3, 4 things in that scenario, and then pump on defense. I don't hate. It's a little risky. It's a little risky, but I feel like if they have what they need, we're cooked anyway. So let's do this. Decline. Alright, then we just pass. And if they just have another removal spell or something, you got us. And, you know, we just shake hands on it and be sad. Oh, they might be. They're going to attack with it. They're going to attack with it, and we're going to get to block it. Yep. So we got exactly what we wanted out of this. This was perfect. So pass, block, activate this guy. Yep, that's all we need to do there. I mean, their opponent's at 35, so I mean, we still got a lot of work to do, but that at least puts us on the right track toward moving this the way we need to. An unfortunate creature did not go to the graveyard. We can't block Creeper, though. So, what's our plan here? Do we just attack? Hold on. Let me do some quick math. Like, these two can't attack. But if we activate this, that's a bunch of stuff that's +6. Yeah, I'm in. Let's do it. I mean, things gotta block. This can't block, so, like, whatever. Let's go to work. Yeah. Yeah, Tyvar is kind of nuts sometimes, but there, we would have been attacking with all of these. Opponent blocks, let's assume the 3 little ones block stuff. They still would have had 29 coming through. And then they would still have to punch past with these 3, with us having 3 big blockers, and potentially a way to gain life, depending on if they block with something else. So, yeah, not a bad situation overall there. Got a little bit lucky, but, you know, we'll take those. Man, this is... I'm going to mulligan this. This actually isn't good with, like, the search card and the hoof. Man, I'm going to go for it. Oh, no, I hit the wrong button. Well, never mind. I guess my subconscious wanted to mulligan. This was actually a little bit worse, to be honest. I would have been better off with the first hand. But we'll see what happens. Lots of Llanowar Elves are probably not going to get it done, but we'll see. Alright, Arabella. I see you. Elf. Elf. I mean, I guess next turn we can search for Archdruid. I mean, if we go Archdruid into Hoof, that's pretty sick, but I don't think that's going to happen. I will triple block Arabella here, actually. Because as it stands, that's the opponent's only thing they've got going, and I'm only going to lose 1 creature here. And that doesn't change our next turn. Like, we can still search for 3, so that's fine. That's actually a good card to have, too. 1, 2, 3. Go get one of these. There is a little concern with Delny out, though. If we get our creatures too big, we actually can't block. Which is kind of funny. Usually that's not an issue, but it is very amusing here. Do you just have another Delny? Is that what's happening? I'm just going to take it. I don't know. It's probably bad, but, you know, risk it for the biscuit and all that. Alright. I need to do some quick math. Can I... If this comes down, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We probably hoof next turn. So, yeah, let's just draw. Well, that wasn't great. All right. If we don't lose things on our board, which is a very good chance we're going to, it's hoof time next turn, I think. I like that card. Had somebody arguing in my comments for some reason, and they were trying to say, like, you don't play that over other cards. And it's like, no, you play it alongside other things that are triggering and whatnot, but it was a whole thing. But yeah, all right. All right, so we need 12 total mana, right? No, yeah, because hoof is 8. So this gets us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Assuming I'm doing this correctly. Oh, wait. Because I don't want to tap that to reduce the cost. This is a little complicated to use, actually. Okay, so now we know we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll tap the 2 Llanowar Elves. Alright, 8. Tap this, tap this. Is that not enough? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why does this not work? Hold on. I'm confused as to why this isn't working. I have 8 mana. I want to spin. I have 10. Okay, let me just tap this for 12. So now there's all the mana's there, and I can just pay X. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Decline. And I just auto pay. Okay, weird. Not really sure. I'm going to have to mess around with that a couple more times. But this is ultimately what we want to do anyway, so whatever. Like, sorry, opponent. All that to try to figure out how the Harmonize work to go find the hoof. But here we are. Awesome. The plan worked. There we go. Okay, this is a fairly normal looking hand. I say that. It is if we get to keep the Archdruid. If not, this is kind of poopy. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If we could find another little 1-mana thing, that could be kind of good. Because then we could play Loam Speaker into that, into Archdruid, and that'd be pretty spicy. That's pretty nice. And this could draw some pain from the opponent, which I'm kind of into. Alright, we're going to do it. I wasn't committed to going for the Archdruid there. I wussed. Sorry, y'all. I didn't commit to the cause. Oh, okay, it's not even that type of deck anyway. So this kind of works out. I was thinking this might end up being like an Azorius control kind of thing or whatever. Yeah, return the Visionary. We don't mind. Though this does mean next turn we're probably going to get hit with a Sheltered by Ghost. So with that in mind, I think I'm just going to do this again. And this. Hopefully there's only one Shelter in our future, but we'll see. I could be completely wrong. Okay, Glimmer, you can still Shelter here because it makes your spells cost, your enchantments one less. If they don't Shelter, this is amazing, but I'm pretty sure they're going to. Yep, that's what I thought. Assumption was correct. Yep, you got it. No blocks. The problem here does become that as they start gaining more life, obviously, like it gets more and more difficult to do what we need to do. Almost wish that Tyvar was a land so I could have left up another blocker here, but 'tis what it is. Now, if for some reason we get to hold on to the Archdruid here, and we can draw an untapped land, that could just end the game. But I don't think we're going to get to from... Oh, okay. All right, maybe. I mean, I say that. Opponent's going to be at 25, so we probably don't kill them here. 26. I forgot. They get to add a point. All right, need to draw an untapped land. That's what this turn's all about here. Oh, wait. I guess we just block here. That's nice. All right, come on, deck. You know... Not the way I expected to get it, but it's cool. Put that on Elf. I guess we just tap this for 4? It doesn't really matter. Not really. Alright. Ooh, wait. If I were to have played this first... No, that wouldn't work. Okay. Just looking at different iterations of where maybe I could have had a blocker to go along with this, but it's whatevs. Everybody's going to be +5. Let's do the business. I mean, that's 31. I mean, they can't quite block enough to stay alive. They're only at 26. Craterhoof's a dumb magic card, y'all. In case you didn't know, here's your notice. Oh, no, they'll gain 2 when they block with the Innocence, though. I think I'm still dead next turn. Wait, what? That's how they're blocking? I mean, okay. I guess we're... Yes, same thing. They gain 2. So, yeah, we're dead. Yep. And then they get the extra +1. GG's. Good game. Yeah, I think the only plan there was I probably had to play for a blocker and then try to hoof next turn. Might have been my only out. But, well. It is what it is. Alright. I'm keeping this just for science. This would be a peculiar little start. The Devotee. Okay, first time we've played against this. It's a human scout. Wonder if it's just in there to help the Mardu mana be better, or if they actually do care about the scrying. I don't know. Well, whatever it was, they left both on top, which is usually a bad sign. So we'll see what happens. Yep, not blocking. So far, just mono whites. Very aggressive mono white, but mono white. Okay. Let's go here. Into one of these. Alright. You know what's funny here? I'm trying to decide if we need all the creatures for this thing. But I don't think it matters. Let's at least block one of these. Don't know if we're going to get to kill anything here. They might have pump spells or something. Okay. Looks like they didn't. And that's potentially some life for our Scavenging Ooze, so I don't mind that at all. Gonna attack with the Scavenging Ooze. I don't know what they're not playing with open mana and everything else. I don't know what's happening. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and get a point. Get rid of that. Because we weren't going to block with these guys anyway. I mean, I might have blocked with the Stalwart, but if they do anything to our Archdruid, it ends up being a bad block anyway. What you got for us, opponent? Hovership. Okay, that makes sense. That's a legit card. And it does slow me down a little, if we're being honest here. Hopefully they don't have a thing for our second Archdruid. Because that would make us sad. But we get to retaliate. I will remove a creature from my own graveyard this time. And somehow, we're winning this race against what looks to be a very aggressive mono-white build. Another hovership. Alright, sure, man. You got it. Oh, they're getting rid of that. Okay, great. Great. Love to see that. That's fantastic for us. Alright, we take some damage. We go down to 15. This also says they're running out of ways to be aggressive here, which is super good. Tap this for... Make this for 3, right? Then we tap you to get a Tyvar. And then we attack for 3. And then we're set up for Hoof shenanigans or Tyvar shenanigans next turn. We have options. I mean, if you didn't attack, you're obviously blocking here, right? Oh, no, guess not. Weird. Usually my theory is if you're not attacking, you're blocking. You know, especially with a creature that replaces itself. What I like here is if they were to play something like Split Up, we could still save Tyvar and do some shenanigans. So, not a bad thing here. So the opponent doesn't need the mana from the Mardu Devotee, or at least doesn't appear they do. Maybe they're just splashing something, and that's why it's in there. But right now, it looks like they're just playing it for Scry and having another 1/2 attacker. Yeah, don't know what their plan is here. But if they attack, we block for sure here. Okay, another Devotee. Getting to Scry 2 more. And this... Like I said, they might just be playing those for splashing some removal thing or whatever, where they just got to get red or black potentially, and maybe a handful of lands. Because I could see you doing that with that and the Scry being relevant, but so far, it appears to just be mono-white. They did put both those on the bottom. Yeah, I think that's going to be game. I'm trying to think if there's a way this isn't if I use this to hoof, but... Oh, wait, I don't get to hoof yet. Because that's actually 4. That's only 9. We need 10 if we want to hoof. Ah, so it looks like this might just be Tyvar time. Alright. Tyvar time it is. Do we just risk attacking with all that? I think so. Because they have to block everything and have a removal spell. Right? Anafenza? Okay. This is the one spot Anafenza might be somewhat solid. So I don't hate it. But yeah, I'm not a fan. Because this is about to be the best case scenario for Anafenza. And it's probably still not going to be good enough. Because, like, now everybody still has to block, is the thing. Okay, still need 4 blockers. Like, I would have rather blocked with the nesting bot there. Because at the end of everything, I would have rather gotten a 1/1 instead of giving me the ability to manifest. Yeah, this is what we were saying in my Do Not Craft video, which y'all should watch that if you haven't. Opponent, you literally have to block with Anafenza here, or you're dead. You still have to block with Anafenza, opponent. Like, this was the best case scenario for Anafenza. Yeah, I was going to say, and the best you were probably going to get. Do I need to? I guess I don't even need to spend the mana, huh? Everybody's just dead? Yeah, okay, sure. But this was the best case scenario, and Anafenza was... Did she have double strike? No, she just has first strike. All right. I was like, wait a minute. Like, I was pretty sure she only had first strike. But I wanted to check, because I like, we might have had to pump stuff. Yep, and then you endure and make some more duders, because, you know, what else you're going to do? Oh, boo. At least I can turn that face up if I need an elf. And the turn? And we were still at 15 here. That's the other thing. But yeah, that's literally the best case scenario for Anafenza. We just saw it, right? Where you have 3 other blockers. You could block with it. Everything goes to the graveyard. You make a bunch of 2/2s. I mean, there may be some scenarios where you still play it for various creature combats and you just plan on a bunch of stuff being removed and doing their things and, like, you know, maybe. But I don't know. Huh. Alright. Bounce a token you just made. Yeah, this doesn't... I mean... Yeah, we'll see what they do here. Lurker Bat. You do have lifelink, but I don't think that's going to cut it. Now, opponent apparently is mad at their cards based on that emote. I don't know what else that's supposed to mean. And then we're going to go ahead and turn this face up so we have another elf. It's also a 3/3 as opposed to being a little 2/2 that it was. I will play this because it's still more mana from the Archdruid and 1 more creature for the Craterhoof. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, exactly what we need. So we go do this for 8. We're going to go hoof, and that should end things. Like, if you see an elf deck, like, go for 8, there's only one thing they're going for, y'all. Like, it's never going to be anything else. You know it's Craterhoof. Yeah, opponent says nice. Like, they know. Like, it's going to be Craterhoof. Yep, everybody's about to be real big with trample. Also, by the way, if you have the Tyvar out, the Bellicose, he does give your attacking elves Death Touch. So that's kind of neat with Death Touch and Trample. You just have to deal 1 point, and the rest all goes to the opponent. So if it's one of those situations where it's close, that could matter. Oh, they said nice deck. I didn't even know that was a thing. Do I have a thanks emoji? I don't. Oh, well. The one time I was actually going to use it, but... Okay, we'll take that. Yeah, so, about that. I don't think having Lathril or whatever her name is even necessary. Like, not once was I going to go search for it. Like, don't get me wrong, there probably is a scenario where if the game got really tight and we're having a big board stall, like, I can go search for that if I'm kind of stuck. But any scenario where we have a big board stall means I probably have a lot of mana creatures, And if I can go search, we're probably still going to go get Craterhoof, right? So there's almost no reason to have that card in the deck. I would rather that be either another Tyvar or potentially even one of the elves that like enters the battlefield and destroys artifacts or enchantments. So I might look into those and have those in the final list, because I think that's probably going to be better for us. But overall, I mean, elves are still good, right? We had a couple of games where we just made bigger creatures and attack. We had a couple where we just overran with the smaller green Tyvar, and then we had some where we actually went and searched up Craterhoof and won. So yeah, all three methods were valid and they worked. So yeah, no complaints here. If you want to play elves, still good. Y'all know the drill. There'll be a link. You can go check it out. And if you haven't yet, check out Tales of Adventure, because they have so many deals on stuff right now. And you can use my code DRAGON, DRAGN, save yourself 5%, all that good stuff. Y'all know how it works. Otherwise, watch another video, because that always helps the channel when you watch it all the way through. And especially check out the stuff on Craft and Don't Craft, so you know what to do. But either way, that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.